difficulties.
every
Always.
time. Every time.
It's Daniela every time she's the problem.
No, last time it was Miranda, actually.
I have also had technical difficulties.
It's
I
never
don't know
you,
why.
Jillian.
I think it's my cell phone at this point. I think my phone is too old
It's my
because
laptop, I think.
and your laptop is too old. Jillian just has new technology and that's why she doesn't
Not
have issues.
really.
You
My
have
phone's
Um,
like 5 years old.
our phone is the same. Your phone is fairly new. Your
what
laptop is
iPhone?
We
new.
have 13s.
Okay.
Pros.
I have a 12,
13
so I'm
Pros.
not that far behind you.
We have
Um,
13 Pros.
yeah, I just have a 30 or I have a 12. And I've gotten to the point and I don't know why this happens. I think it's maybe just my phone is, not doing as well. But in the last like 2 years, I've noticed that the volume sometimes will randomly just like shoot down. And it's not, it like is shows that it's all the way up, but the actual volume will just suddenly drop.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And like like a minute or two later it'll come back up to like the volume it's supposed to be at. But it happens when I'm on the phone. It happens when I'm like playing music or playing an audiobook or something aloud. Happens in videos sometimes and it drives me absolutely crazy. So sometimes when I'm on the phone with you guys and I have you on speaker, I have to like take you
Speak
off
really quiet.
speaker and then or I'll put it up to my ear. I'll be like, "What did you say?"
I'm just gonna say this as a friendly warning. This happened to Pal, and then his phone crashed.
Yeah. I mean, it's been happening now for like 2 years. So like I've
Yeah.
lived with it for a little bit. Um However, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing died on me soon.
Yeah.
I really do need to get a new one. I've just been dragging my feet to get one because I hate the process of getting a new phone. I don't mind actually getting a new phone, but the actual physical going to the store, getting all of the things, them asking
You
you a
can order
million
it online.
questions. I should probably do that.
I was gonna say I haven't gone to the store since I got my first iPhone.
Really?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
they
think I've
just
gone to the
mail it to
store.
you now.
I've gone to the store every time.
Dad
Also,
just
my
does
phone
it
bill will go
online
up.
now.
Hmm.
I don't pay for my phone bill.
Don't you get like you can trade in your current one. You'll probably get like $100 for it.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll
And
probably be like,
then
this thing is ancient at this point.
yeah.
Nothing will ever. Okay. I want to know what your guys is, if you have any, like your worst phone story of like something bad that happened to it.
Hmm.
Because my worst phone story was having the iPhone. Oh my gosh, what version was it? I think it was a 5C. And I might have said this before, but they had the plastic backs on it and they were colorful. I had like the coral one and I was walking around on campus. I was in college and it got so hot that the whole back just like popped off the phone and all of the little pieces of the phone just went everywhere. And I was like, well, I can't put it back together. Like I don't know how it works. So I had to go to the iPhone store.
I've never had like a physical issue with my phone, with like the screen or the back or anything, but the phone I had before this one, so we had 11s. This would have been my junior year of college. I plugged it into my laptop to download stuff, like photos and stuff to clear
This
st
wasn't
space.
you.
No, it happened to me.
It happened to me first.
I know, but it also happened to me.
Okay.
It erased my whole entire phone. Everything. I had to go factory read. Like, I took it to the Apple store and I was like, please tell me you can salvage something. And they couldn't do anything because I didn't have it backed up fully to the iCloud. Like, I had
Mine
my
was
Ugh.
5 GB.
Mine was worse.
Yes, yours was worse,
I
but
had to
I
get a
lost
whole
everything.
I had to get a whole new phone. I lost everything, photos, contacts, all of it.
What was their explanation? Like what
It was
did it
because
just
it
fry
was
it?
because the laptop and the phone weren't updated to the same amount of update.
And I told the guy, I was like, I guess I can't plug my phone in anymore to download stuff. And he was like, just bring it in to us and we'll help you do it.
I have
Oh my
literally never had
word.
I've literally never plugged my phone into my laptop ever since. If I need to send
No,
anything to my laptop, I airdrop it. Like
I'm so
I'm
terrified.
traumatized from it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
even before airdropping, I make sure both are like up to the most current date.
yeah. Oh my
I'm just
goodness.
like terrified that something is going to happen in the Switch and I'm going to lose everything. Now I do pay for like iCloud storage, so I do have stuff like saved, but
Me
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I do too.
Luckily, I had like my iPhone 7 or whatever it was
Yeah.
that had some of the pictures. And so I literally like one night, me and my best friend, she was like texting me or airdropping me all like as many of the pictures as we could from my old iPhone to my current phone because I had to get like a whole new phone. Like they couldn't even like get my other one to restart. Like it was
That
completely trashed.
that is crazy. I've actually never heard of that issue before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine like restarted. I didn't need to get a new phone. It just went back to the factory reset.
Mm-hmm.
But for like a whole week, I had to use my iPhone 7 that I had like as a backup in case anything happened to my phone.
Yeah.
And so I was missing like all the contacts. I was working at a bank at the time. I was missing like my boss's number, everything, so I couldn't reach out to my boss and like let her know if I was like running late or something. But the funny thing was my Apple Watch still had everything. It still had all my contacts, so I was like manually writing down contacts
Yeah.
from my watch to my phone.
Yeah. I had to
That's
the same thing for
crazy.
like contacts and stuff. I went back to my old phone and literally like had to like go to every contact and add that contact to my phone again. Phone number, name, everything.
Wow. I'm so sorry about that. That's crazy. That
It
is
was
not nearly
actually
as
it was
bad.
it was actually like very dramatic in like a very like 21st century way.
Yeah, I cried.
I would too.
I
That's
lost
like
all my
so many
photos
things.
from Costa Rica
Yeah, the worst
and
part was the
Greece and
photos
Italy.
because like
Yeah.
I lost pictures of our old dog. I lost pictures from we went on a girls trip with our cousins and aunt. Lost all of those. All sorts of like like actual like memories that I wanted.
Yeah.
Like pictures of like baby Penny and all sorts of things.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't mean to turn it into such a sad discussion. But anyways, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Perfect segue.
Yeah. Perfect segue. Um Hi, hello, welcome to the Pocket Friends podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Miranda,
I'm Daniela.
And I'm Jillian.
and this week, we have some stuff to talk about. We have the Chinese Grand Prix. Um, we also all recently watched Zootopia 2. So
Watched it again today at
you watched
work.
it again
At
with the
work.
kiddos.
Yeah. So like
Exciting
I
stuff.
actually like 1/4 watched it with them first. I like really tried to ignore it. And then I watched it with Jillian on Monday night in the
Yeah.
bathtub. That sounds weird. There was a tornado.
What, you guys weren't just, taking a bath together? That would be really weird.
No,
The
we just
Yeah.
like
tornado
we filled the big
alert.
bathtub with blankets and pillows and just chilled in there. Watched Zootopia on the laptop.
How long was the tornado warning?
It was half an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
But
bad.
we were in the middle of the movie when we got the alert. And we were
Yeah.
like, do we
So we
go
just
to the bathroom?
we just switched over to the laptop. By the time we actually like were settled, it was like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
But, you know,
it's fine.
better safe than sorry, I guess.
Yeah. Now, I'm trying to remember from what you guys have said before. From where you're from in Illinois, is that also part of Tornado Alley? Like, did you guys get a lot of tornadoes growing up?
Not a lot that touched down. At least, so like they would touch down around our town. Our town, if a tornado touched down, we would get like a big one. It would like tear the town apart.
Yikes.
But we would get a lot of warnings and like have to go to the basement.
Yeah. Was it the same culture in Illinois as it was in Kansas, where tornado warning meant go outside and see if you could find it?
For some people,
Some
yes.
people, yes.
Was
Yeah.
that
The
not your household?
No.
the tornado I
It
remember
was
the
either like we
most.
didn't pay attention to it or we went to the basement.
Yeah, and like we have a big basement and we have this Harry Potter room under the basement stairs that like when it was in our town, we were under there, so like you're like under everything. But if it was just like in the surrounding area, we were just like hanging out in the basement watching movies.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the tornado I remember the most is the one that mom wasn't home. She was in a different town, like at a party for one of her friends, and like several towns away.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all like scattered throughout town. Me and Jillian
Yeah.
were at our aunt and uncle's, and our brother was at our grandparents', I think.
Where
Yeah.
was your dad?
He
He
was
was out just like working,
like working.
doing stuff.
But he like the like tornado warning came and he had to like come and collect us all.
That's funny.
So like he got me and Jillian first and then like we're sitting in the truck while he's like inside trying to get our brother from our grandparents.
Yeah.
And then and then he sends us into the bathroom downstairs, not the basement yet, because he had to go find flashlights because at this time in life, Tyler would take all the batteries out of the flashlights.
So you had a bunch of flashlights, but no battery, or they didn't
Right,
work.
right.
Correct.
So he had to go out to the shed to find batteries or a flashlight that would work.
And like
And we were,
this must have been a really long tornado warning for him to like go on this
Oh,
adventure.
this was like a big tornado. It
yeah.
actually was three tornadoes that touched down in our town one
Yikes.
night. But I was 10, I believe.
And
And this was very traumatic for me.
so the dad gave us his phone. He had like a flip phone, and I'm pretty sure he also had a work phone at that point. So like he had a phone too, but like he gave us his phone.
Okay.
And our mom called, or did you call her, Jillian?
I don't remember.
Either way, our mom was on the phone, and Jillian's like freaking out. Like mom can hardly
Okay,
understand her.
hold
She's
on. Let me
like,
explain.
no, I get it.
He had been gone for a pretty long time. It might not have been as long as I thought it was in my head because I was just like,
What
You were
felt like a
10.
long time for a 10-year-old
he
year old in
was,
charge of two
and he like
children.
went back outside. And
It was
like the winds were so bad when we were trying to get into the house that I like physically could not walk up to the door. The winds were pulling me so hard. Like my dad had to like pull me along with him to get me to the door. So I was like, he's gone.
Oh my God.
Jillian's mourning her father at this point.
Yeah.
And like it's been too long. He's not coming back.
Oh my goodness,
And
Jillian.
so
She
I'm
thinks she thinks she has sole custody of her two
yeah,
younger
I'm like, and now I'm in charge.
siblings.
So I was like freaking out. My mom could not understand me. So Daniela took the phone.
Mom told Jillian to put me on the phone, and I take the phone and I go, "Hi, mommy," and like she's like, "What's going on?" And I like
She's like,
tell her
what's
about
wrong with
it,
Jillian?
Yeah.
Why is she flipping out?
But
and
she
so then
likes
I
to
tell
use
her
this to
everything.
say that I'm bad in a crisis. She's like, remember that time you panicked?
When you were 10.
I
Uh, Dad did come back. We were in the
Yeah,
basement.
he is alive.
I'm so glad.
We ended up in the basement in the Harry Potter room.
Have you ever seen the aftermath of a tornado?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's
tornado.
scary.
Yeah.
Trailer parks destroyed. We have train tracks like a quarter mile down our road, Jillian. Quarter mile?
Yeah.
Like literally like there's a field between our house and the train tracks. After this tornado, there was a train that was on the tracks that had been like flipped over into the field. Our house wasn't touched. We had like little kid toys and lawn chairs and stuff out in the yard. None of that was touched.
But
So
the
the
train
train
was
was
flipped
flipped
over.
over. The
Yeah, we
whole
got really
tra
lucky,
the
but
whole trailer park was completely destroyed,
it was
Mm,
gone. Like it was
like gone, gone.
gone.
that's so sad.
And like the high school got hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
The
trailer park
track
was
was
so
hit.
gone that it never became a trailer park again. Like they never like recouped.
Yeah, it is the town got hit hard with that one.
Yeah. I will say I've never actually been in a town I think that got hit. I've been in like where the community, surrounding community or other towns nearby have gotten hit by a tornado. The closest I think we've actually really been to one is we were living um in Kansas and we were living right on the border of Kansas and Missouri. And we at the time we were kind of in a transition period. I was very young. I want to say I was like 6 because my sister had just been born. She was a baby. My brother was fairly young. And we were living in a 2-bedroom apartment while my parents transitioned. Like we had moved from another town. So there was 5 of us living in 2 bedrooms, which was kind of crazy. But we were on the very top floor of this apartment building. And across the river on the other side, because there was a river and that was like the state border, across the river, there was a tornado that took out an entire neighborhood. And we could see it. And my parents just watched it. And that was the only time. Like, my parents are watchers. They are
Mm.
like, we want to go out. We want to physically see it. Like, we want to. And that was the only time that I have seen them actually, like, very worried and, like, go down to the basement. Like, and, like, our apartment building, I think on the first floor or in the basement, there was, like, the laundry room. And so they pushed us all down there. Um, and then years later, because that, like I said, that I was like in the first grade, or I was, super young then. And then when I was in the fourth grade, my teacher was telling a story. She was living there, and her house actually got torn apart by the tornado. And she was telling
Mm.
us about the aftermath and how, I mean, everything ended up okay with them, like no one was injured. It was just stuff, right? Um, but they had to have like police presence everywhere because people will come out and just come start digging through people's houses and stealing
Mm.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Looters.
Looters, yeah. So I kind of found that crazy. But I was like, wow, I watched the tornado that hit your house. Um, very
Yeah, that's
grateful
The
it didn't.
whole
crazy.
the worst damage that we got was some like um
There was some damage to the shed. The roof.
yeah, like the roof, but it's like a tin shed, so like oh, like whole strips of the roof were like out in the field. But
Yeah,
that was the worst that we got at our house.
that's good. That's actually very lucky.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. And then
The
when I
high
was in
school, not
college,
so lucky.
I went to college in Missouri, and this would have been like only a few years after Joplin was hit
Yeah,
and like that big tornado.
yeah.
And I think we ended up having like 2 or 3 tornado warnings while I was there. And these people could not care less. Like, they're just out walking around. I was
Hmm.
in the dorms, and so like the RAs have to be like, okay, let's go to the basement. But they're like, you guys can also stay here if you want. You don't have to go to the basement.
I do remember that a little bit in college. It was a very different. I was in a sorority house for a semester, and our house mom, anytime a tornado warning went off, she was like, "Everyone get to the basement!" Like she would freak out and like make everyone come down with her because she'd get so worried about it. Oh, I forgot. There was a tornado once when I was working at Dillon's,
Oh.
and I was like, wow, this would be a perfect time for people to steal because while the sirens were going off, it had to be sirens, it had to be a warning. We had to shut down our registers and everyone had to go to the freezer.
Okay.
Interesting.
And it was just employees. But I mean, we would take customers if they wanted to come to the back with us. Like
Hmm.
anyone could come to the back with us,
Yeah.
but we couldn't make customers come with us. And also we couldn't check anyone out. So,
Speaking of that,
yeah.
I was in a Walmart once when there was a tornado, and we did go like in the back somewhere into like some sort of office space.
Yeah.
I was
We were
in a
like
bank
under
and we got to
tables.
go in the basement.
Was it like a vault room?
Um, no, it was separate from their vault. It was, but they had like a basement underneath the building, so we
A
went down
vault
there.
might
It
be a
was
good
just
place
full of
to go.
files,
I think a vault would be a good place to go.
I guess, but the vault was like on the first floor and the basement was lower, so like everybody went
Yeah,
to
if
the
the
basement. Also, the
basement, if
vaults
the
vaults
vault
aren't
was in
that
the,
big.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
but if the vault was like in the basement,
At
sounds
the
like
bank
that'd
I
be
worked at,
ideal.
you could fit like 4 people in the vault,
So
and
like that
it's
would be
tight.
ideal, is what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
the vault was in the basement, that would be like the ideal place to go.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, that particular night that I was working at Dylan's, it was uh like an hour long or something. Like it took forever for the sirens to go off. Um, and it got very chilly inside of the freezer.
We didn't even hear sirens on Monday.
Yeah.
I didn't remember there being many sirens in Virginia. Now I know where you're at is different from where we went to school and where we lived previously,
But where
but
we went to school, there was a tornado, and we didn't hear
yeah,
sirens. We just got the alert on our phone.
I don't think there is. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there are sirens
That's
because
wild.
we never heard them testing.
No, we didn't. That's true.
Yeah, usually like once a week or the first
The first at
whatever
home, it's the first
of the
Tuesday of
month.
every month.
Yeah.
Here it's the first Wednesday of every month.
Well, in the small itty bitty teeny weeny village of a town that I went to grade school and elementary school in, um, every day at noon.
Every day.
It was like the noon bell. And it was a little different than like the actual
Every
tornado
day?
alarm. Every day at noon, the noon bell. You knew lunch was almost over.
That was like a school bell. That's different from your
No,
tornado.
no. It was the whole town, the noon
Just to
whistle.
let you know it's noon, like a clock.
Yeah, yeah. But like just to keep the siren like
That's weird.
they do it every day at noon.
Hmm.
It's not very
That's
long or anything. It's like one
that
like
seems excessive.
woo.
Yeah,
And
it does seem very excessive.
I don't know. It's every day at noon. It's
Well,
not that loud. It's not like as loud as like the regular siren, I don't think. But it's like just to keep it like working.
Hmm.
this is what I think though. I think something has changed because I don't think a lot of areas of Virginia used to get tornadoes. And so that's probably why they don't have tornado sirens. And
Yeah.
then the weather has changed, and now there's more tornadoes there than there ever has been.
Listen, there's a lot going on in Virginia. They got a lot of problems.
Yeah, well,
They're getting more snow than they've ever gotten.
yeah.
They're
Well, people always said like the case for living on a coast was always, oh, we don't get tornadoes.
all the weather. Yeah.
We get hurricanes. You know, if you live in California, you could get earthquakes. You don't usually get hurricanes out in like the west or the west coast. But
Hmm.
they have earthquakes. And then the east coast has to deal with the hurricanes. And then like the middle has to deal with the
Tornadoes.
tornadoes. But
Tornadoes and
now
snow.
now it's not so divided up like that anymore.
No.
And I feel like Virginia gets a lot of all the bad stuff.
Getting hit with everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait till
Just
they
as
start
bad
getting
as
earthquakes.
just about as bad as the Midwest at this point. Are we on tectonic plates over here? Because we would be.
I don't know. That
That
and
seems par
gators.
for the course.
Let me look it up.
Gators.
Yeah, you know, because like
Like
if you move to
alligators.
Florida, you have to deal with hurricanes and gators.
Yeah.
Oh, before we also move on and talk about the
The
things that we said
movie.
we were going to. Um, so Alec, my husband, is in Arizona for spring training, and he keeps talking about he's like, I wanna move here or I wanna retire here.
Arizona?
And I said, honey, you're there in March. And guess what? It was 100 degrees today.
Yeah, that's hot.
100 degrees in March.
I don't even want 100 degrees in summer.
I said, Do you want to know what the temperature is like in July and August? Like 130 feels like. He said that their trash cans, they don't have regular trash bins that they put outside. It's like there's a like manhole cover in the ground because I think the
Because they would
trash
melt.
bins melt.
That's too much. No.
They can't have like baby mirrors in their cars because it was catching their
Yeah.
cars on fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to
So
convince him. It's too hot there.
Virginia is, it does have ancient faults that occasionally cause low to moderate magnitude earthquakes, but our luck would be that like it would be like
And for the first time, it would
historical.
just like open up and it'd be
Yeah,
Yeah,
done.
it would open
historical
up and
situation.
cause massive 7.8 point earthquakes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
We're also like one of the first nuclear targets.
Uh-huh, because you're near the
So
largest Navy base in the world.
we got it all.
Woo!
Virginia
I'll
is
be
really
safe
fun.
here where they apparently buried the nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
Virginia is not like
There's silos close to Kansas though.
Yeah. Well, also it would take a lot to get like
It's a
a
lot
lot of
farther.
a lot of bad things would have to happen for somebody to land land their bomb in Kansas.
Yeah. There's also like there'd be less casualties. Like not as much bang for
yeah.
your buck with
Yeah.
Accurate. As I'm pretty sure we were talking about, there's like 105 counties in Kansas, and most of the counties have the more cows than people.
ooh, hit the beef.
Yeah,
Take out
the
the beef
farmers,
market.
the vegans and the vegetarians band together, and they're like, actually, we want the world to become a vegetarian.
We wouldn't have to.
True.
Yeah. We got our own cows.
It'd be
All
kind of good
right.
for us
You're, yeah, it would
as
skyrocket.
meat sellers.
Actually, you might become vegetarians because you would make so much money
True.
selling all of your beef,
True.
or just like fish and chicken.
I don't eat fish.
Okay. Um.
I do.
Anyways, do we want to talk about?
Zootopia?
Okay. Do you want to talk about Zootopia first, or do we want to talk about F1?
I want to know your thoughts on Zootopia.
Okay. We can talk about Zootopia 2 first. Um, I enjoyed it. I will say, but I find those types of things just very easy to enjoy. Like I don't need a lot of thinking. It was
Yeah.
just fun. Now, I will say I do think I like the first one better, but I really did enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah, it was really fun. It was cute. It had similar vibes to the first one. Like it didn't feel like a significantly worse movie like most
Yes.
of the Disney sequels do.
I agree.
Um, as far as the story goes, I feel like they still did a good job of hiding the twist.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good because you knew from the first one, like, there's probably going to be a big twist in this one too. I don't really know that I prefer either one. I thought they were both good. I haven't watched the first one in a while though.
Okay, I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I think it's just as good as the first one.
Okay. That's honestly, I could see that.
Like, I think that it is my second favorite Disney sequel.
I what I
Wow.
liked in the first one was that we got to see more of Zootopia.
You feel like we didn't see a lot of Zootopia in this one?
Like they were just like explaining a lot of stuff about the world. Like you were going into like all the boroughs more.
Yeah.
Like you still got to see it in this one. They just didn't need to do that because we'd already had it in the first one. But I did like that about the first one.
Yeah.
But because it was fun, like you got to see all the hamsters doing their thing, and then the elephants and like yoga and stuff like that.
I like the swamp area
Yeah, that was cool. That was new.
and the desert.
Didn't. Yeah. Well, I thought we saw the. Maybe we didn't.
We didn't
No.
see like Burning Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
All the
The
funny
jokes were
movie,
good.
the jokes were
The
funny. The
the
movie
Hungry
references,
Hippo reference, I loved. That
that
might
was
be my
really good.
favorite reference. I was
The
like,
Shining,
none of the children understood that Hungry Hippo reference, and I loved it.
no, all of the jokes built in though for like the adults watching, I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, there was like someone counted and I think there was like five or six sorry, something just fell. I think it's okay. Um, like other movie references. The one that sticks out to me was The Shining when he's in the maze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
There
trying to
Um,
was
think. What
also
were the
like
other
they
ones?
they had the like bootleg films like they did
Yeah.
in the first one.
yes. Oh my gosh, what were all of them?
I mean, they reference back to their
There's
first
the
movie.
Tangled one.
I'm literally
Tangled
gonna
was
Google it
the
because
only
it's
one
gonna
I
drive me crazy
remember.
that I don't remember. But I thought they did a really good job of doing all of that.
My something I really, really appreciated though was in cartoons when they put cartoon characters in jail cells. Usually they have like the cartoon character like sticking their head fully through the bars. And when I saw what was her name? Nibbles.
Nibbles.
When I
Yes.
saw Nibbles do that, I was like, Nibbles could just walk out right now. And then Nibbles walked out, and I was like, oh, thank you.
Oh, Ratatouille,
Yeah.
Mm,
because there was he had the chef hat and like the little rat in his thing.
There was Deadpool
Um,
and Wolverine was one of them.
hmm Oh my gosh. Okay, this article is way too. There's too many things. Apparently, Pulp Fiction. Oh, Silence of the Lambs.
oh, yes, with
What's her
the
face?
former, yeah,
Hmm
the mayor
Yeah.
Yeah,
lady.
She was the
Yeah,
assistant. She wasn't even the
the
mayor.
assistant to the mayor, the villain
yeah,
from last
the past
season,
villain.
last one.
I
That was
loved
good.
Robert's little part.
I loved when she went jump scare.
That was good.
Robert's
Yeah.
little cameo at the end I enjoyed.
hmm
Hmm.
I think I just, yeah, I did like it a lot.
Yeah.
It was good.
I think it's just as good as the first one. And I think it is my second favorite Disney sequel.
Okay, what's your first?
Frozen 2. I think Frozen 2 is better than
Frozen
Frozen.
2, I do think Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1.
That's why it's number one. Because I've never thought that a sequel is better than the original, and I thought Frozen 2 is better than Frozen.
I would agree. The Godfather, which I feel like they reference in everything.
Hmm.
There's also Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I've never seen.
I haven't
Apparently,
seen
they
that.
reference that.
I know that was like a
I
big
don't think I've
award-winning
seen that
movie,
either.
but
Oh yes, the Tangled with the
Yeah.
thing. Okay, I forgot about that. I know you said Tangled, but I forgot
What it
what
was.
what it was.
Yeah.
And then Frozen they referenced. So yeah, I think that was all of them.
I love that they had like an Arnold Schwarzenegger character, the new
Uh-huh.
mayor.
Yeah, that was good. I'm trying to think of what I didn't like about it. I don't think I really like the snake.
Gary?
Yeah,
Why not? There's no story without Gary.
I don't know. I
Like
just
did like what was it specifically that you don't like about
I'm
Gary?
like thinking vibes.
Just the vibe.
I loved his
Yeah.
like list.
His lisp was cute. I almost like he was like kind of scary in the beginning, or you think, and he's gonna like do all these things, and then he kind of just seemed like sweet and kind of dumb at the end. I don't know.
I don't ever feel like he felt dumb to me. He felt a little naive.
Yeah, maybe dumb's not the right word. Naive.
But also, he's been on a different island this whole time, and he's just trying to bring his family home.
Yeah.
I also learned today that Macaulay
Culkin?
Culkin,
Macaulay Culkin.
Culkin. I never know how to say his last name. And his wife, voice characters.
Which characters?
I don't know.
There's
Okay.
so many people in this movie though.
Yeah.
But
Did
I
you
thought it was
hear
so cute that both of them voice characters.
did you hear your favorite person from Dancing with the Stars at the end?
Yeah. I said
Robert Irwin.
I loved his little cameo at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you.
You were looking at movie references on
I
there.
was. I called it out though. When it popped up, I was like, Alec, that's Robert Irwin. He was like, "What? Just because he's going to Australia?" And I was like, "No, no, no, no. It actually is
It is.
Robert Irwin."
You're like, no, you don't understand. Robert
His
Irwin
his
is
character's
that's
name was
his
like
voice.
Robert Furwin or something.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
good.
that was
I
funny.
also love that they like referenced earlier that koalas had four thumbs in like her little conspiracy podcast thing. And then he goes, give it four thumbs up.
Oh yeah. Okay. What did you think about? I feel like Nibbles, right? That's her character.
Yeah,
She was slightly annoying.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was kind of what she was supposed to be.
Oh yeah, 100%. I just felt like there wasn't as annoying of a character in the first one.
I don't know. I always thought the lamb was annoying and then she ended up being the bad person. So she always kind of annoyed me. She was always like, and like so like, I'm the helpless. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
She's playing a part.
Yeah.
I know, and it
You were
She
annoyed
had to
me.
look like the helpless sheep.
Yeah.
And it annoyed me, and then she ended up being bad, and I was okay with her being the villain because she annoyed me.
Judy's parents always annoyed me.
Why? Because they're like too protective or like too like
Just like, I
They're
mean, a lot of the jokes around them were like their technological incompetence. And I felt like sometimes it dragged on too much. And I was
yeah.
like, bye.
and they're always calling it bad times. Like,
Yeah.
Judy, put your phone on silent. Come on, girl, you're a
Don't
cop.
answer.
Hey, she did ignore their call once and then she got a bunch of text messages.
Because her partner
She
took her
should
phone
have
away and
ignored her
smashed it.
call. Yeah, she should have ignored their call.
Hmm.
They
She
were
was
literally in
in
the
someone's
trunk of a
trunk.
mobster's car, and she's like, "Let me talk to mom and dad."
I I love them.
What,
The
Judy and
mobster family. The
oh,
mobster
Oh
family.
yes.
yeah, they're perfect
I
every
love
time.
them.
So glad they made a reappearance.
I know.
I would
And
have been sad if they didn't.
the little like sweatshop this time was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What else? The dolphin was creepy.
the
The
bartender.
bartender dolphin
Oh,
was creepy. Like something
yeah.
about his eyes was so creepy.
I liked the little like Rango character
Hmm.
in the
Yeah,
Reptile Underground
yeah.
speakeasy.
I like the little speakeasy.
Yeah,
Alec was so confused though. He was like, okay, I get why the snakes were banned because, of
they
the,
explain it. All the reptiles got turned on.
yeah, but he was like, but why? He was so confused.
Because
He was like,
nobody could trust
reptiles and
them.
snakes are different.
They're
They're
a type of
still they're
reptile.
snakes are reptiles.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Let me just say, Alec did not enjoy it. Well, I just don't think he enjoyed Zootopia either. So he had a lot of critiques like he usually does.
Hmm. What were some
Um,
of his critiques?
that was one of them. He also said, not, I don't know. This is just what he said. I'm just reiterating his words. He said, why did all of the reptiles or little lizards have to be Mexican? And I said, I don't think they were.
I don't think they were.
I don't think they were either.
It was like a saloon type place, so maybe that was like
I
They were
kind
like
of
Big
West
like
cowboy
Coast.
vibe.
the the whole swamp area, like the outcast area, it seemed,
Hmm.
felt very like like oh my gosh. What's the word I'm thinking of? Like almost like Louisiana, like melting pot
Hmm.
of like
Yeah.
very jazzy, very
Hmm.
what are the words I'm thinking of?
Kind of like island
Not
time
island.
place.
It's like a very specific type of anyways. Um
French. The swamp.
yeah, like swamp people, like
The swamp
swampy
people.
swamp people. Yeah. Um that's the
A
vibes
mess
I
of
got.
a
Yeah,
mess of a bunch of different
Louisiana's
types of
that's a
people.
pretty good descriptor. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like
I
it could
didn't
have been a jazz bar.
yeah. I didn't get the impression that they were all Mexican.
I
Thank
did.
you. Thank you for validating my comments back to him and being like, Alec, no, I think you interpreted that wrong. Um, he was trying to call out some kind of stereotyping, and I said, honey, I think you're stereotyping here.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, so he had that.
Like I
Also,
liked
why did the cop people they kept showing up everywhere so quickly?
Yeah.
because they were out on patrol and then they were told where to go. So like they were scattered.
And there's
Also,
always
they were
between
awake for
like
like
three
3 days
people.
straight.
Yeah. True.
I'm also glad they brought Flashback.
Flash,
Yeah.
flash, 100-yard dash. That was good.
I enjoyed that. I also thought it was so dumb. Like, I know it's like her character, but like for her to like push the Lynx out of the way from that like dart and like put herself in the path. The only reason she was saved was because of the car.
Oh, Judy.
She's a cop. That's what she's
I
gonna
know,
do.
but I just never like fully understand it when people do that for like those are virtual strangers to her.
She's doing the right thing.
Yeah, she saw justice and
She's a hero.
I said I know it's her character, but I just don't get it.
did you guys expect the twist?
No.
So unfortunately, I did see the twist during my 1/4 watch.
So you
Only
knew it was coming.
because
Yeah.
as
I don't think I would have seen
Link's
it if I was like fully watching it. But I that was it was kind of hard not to hear that when I was sitting right next to it.
I'm trying to remember the order of events, but I believe I didn't suspect it because I thought Nibbles was
The
like a
bad.
traitor
Yeah.
Interesting.
because Nick gets locked out and like the heat is being turned on,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
and Nibbles is the one that closes the door on him.
yeah.
And I don't remember if that happened before or after the reveal, but I remember like
That
being a
happened
little
before.
sus of Nibbles,
Actually,
so I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention to Linksley.
yeah, it did happen before because she was like waiting for Nick to get in, and then she's like, "We were betrayed on our
Yeah.
last case" or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Then he was like all relieved, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you were catching on.
Yeah.
Thought you were about to figure it out or something."
Yeah, I was like, oh, it totally makes sense that he's like the outcast from his family, and so he's like gonna do the like gonna help out. And then he's like, no, I want to be a part of my family.
Yeah. I honestly was surprised. I didn't know what I expected. I honestly, again, I didn't go in thinking a lot of things. I just sat and watched
That's
it.
just yeah,
I
just
was
there for the
just there for the story.
journey.
Just there
Just
to
go
have
and
fun.
join to everything. I don't know why people are always trying to like analyze things. Usually, most things I don't try and analyze. I just sit there and I'm here for the ride.
Yeah.
Like take me.
I
Yeah.
was there for the
I'm
ride.
gonna look at everything exactly how the main character looks at it. Exactly how the camera is telling me I'm supposed to see it.
I'm gonna fall for every little thing.
Yes. I'm
So
gonna be
I was
like,
very,
oh, it's this person. We're all thinking it's that person because that's who we're supposed to think it
yeah.
is.
it's more fun to experience stuff that way.
Yeah.
But with Marvel movies, I am usually analyzing it while I'm
There,
watching it.
yeah, there are certain things that I do analyze, but most things I try to go in with like a soft brain, smooth brain.
I was just gonna say so I didn't expect the twist because I was just along for the ride.
Mm.
Um, Now, and I'm not trying, I know a lot of movies now like romanticize too many things and like sexualized kid movies, and we don't want to do that. However, I just kept getting the feeling I was like, okay, like her and her partner, like there's something going on there. And then this new guy comes around and like there's kind of like a spark or something there. And so my brain went there instead of like betrayal. I guess it kind of followed the lines of like Frozen a
Interesting.
little bit, you
Yeah,
know?
I
like
did
that
not get
he
that
like
at all.
when so you probably went there when he saved her from the like thing on the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, even from
I
their
see where
first
you're getting
meeting, from the very first time they met, it was like, oh, like, you know, chance
from.
encounter. Like they ran into each other.
I did not think about it like romantically at all.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't, but that is where my brain went. And then the
I
whole movie, I was like waiting for something to happen. And then at the end, I was like, oh, duh, this is like a kid's movie and they're like friends and partners and all this stuff. I'm
although
like,
I did see a TikTok after Zootopia came out that was like Disney movie relationships versus DreamWorks. And it was
Yeah.
like, of course, Disney's not going to have a rabbit and a fox in a romantic relationship because that doesn't make sense. And it's a kids' movie. And then DreamWorks, it's like in Shrek, Donkey and the
Donkey
Dragon
and
get
the
together.
dragon.
and have donkey
And
dragon babies.
they have donkey dragon babies where the donkey's like
And
shooting
then
fire.
and then it talks about like the Bee movie where it's
The
Oh,
bee and a girl.
yikes.
The bee and a human. I
and I
just
was like,
watched
yeah,
that movie is
DreamWorks
so
is a
good
little
though.
wild.
It is, but that the bee all those movies are so good though.
I've never seen the Bee movie.
What?
How? I've seen it like 25 times.
I actually probably watch it at least once a year. Like I've bought it because I watch it so often.
Alec would absolutely roast me because he references the Bee movie at least maybe once every 3 months, and it's usually a bad thing.
I mean, it's actually like a very good movie for learning about bees because it's all
Yeah,
very
it's actually
accurate
pretty
for that.
educational.
Like that's in college, we watched it once a year for like bee information, like
Wow,
yeah,
fascinating.
Yeah, it's
environmental
actually
friendly
they have a
activity.
whole spiel at the beginning, like a whole monologue little thing about
Yes,
bees and how they shouldn't be able to fly.
I'm pretty sure I've seen. Okay, let me just say, I think I've seen the beginning of that movie. I don't think I've seen the whole of that movie, but I
Hmm.
have seen the part about the worker bees and like the graduation
Yeah.
and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's a little weird at times, specifically with the human bee relationship. But
But it's never like explicitly like they are in a relationship.
uh,
They never like say it.
she literally leaves her boyfriend
Yeah, but they never
for
say
him.
that. But they never say that like they're together or anything like
It's
that.
heavily implied.
Yeah,
Right, but like as a child, you're not gonna get that.
I got it as a child.
How old of a child?
I don't know. Because this became like a classic for our generation.
Yeah,
it
if you're
Like this
became,
is
four,
everybody was watching this.
yeah,
if
to
you're
make fun of it.
four watching it, you're not gonna
Make
get
fun
that.
of it. I don't
If
think
you're,
people were watching it to make fun of it. There are people who honestly love that movie.
I genuinely love it.
Okay, well, I'll add it to the list of movies I need to watch.
I really am curious if you'll even like it because like I think a big thing for us is the nostalgia of
Probably. I'll
Have
come
you ever
back and
seen
tell
the
you how bad it
Lorax?
is.
it.
Have you ever seen the Lorax?
No,
Miranda.
I'm older
That
than you
is one of
guys.
my favorite movies.
Girl,
These movies came out when I was in high school.
Ugh.
I
So?
still watch cartoons now. We
Yeah,
literally
but
just watched Zootopia.
okay, but here's the thing. Of there's a time period, and at least in my life, where I had younger siblings, and the cool thing wasn't anymore to go see these animated movies, these kids movies. Oh, sorry.
I've never really cared much about being cool.
We also have access to streaming now, which you didn't in
I
high
didn't.
school.
It was in theaters or I don't know what even on TV.
Redbox.
Redbox, yeah, that's what we used to watch it
We
on.
had Redbox. And
Yeah,
our
that.
video store in town.
Yeah.
Redbox was a big thing when I was in high school.
Rest in peace,
Family
Sunnyside.
Video. Yeah. With the tanning beds in the back.
Yeah, it was a video slash tanning salon.
I remember Family Video held on for so long, and there was one in I think there was one in my college town, and we would for nostalgia purposes, we would go rent a movie, and then there was a pizza place that had a window, they shared a building, and there was a window in the video store that you could order the pizza through. So you could order the pizza and then go shop for your movie.
That's pretty
That's so
ingenious.
fun.
Yeah. I really
Yeah.
wish we could bring back stuff like that.
I do have a lot of good childhood memories of going to the video store and
Hmm.
picking out movies.
Yeah.
I agree.
It was a lot more fun than the Redbox
Yeah.
because our Redbox was outside the dollar store and it was always a little sketch.
Hmm.
Um,
And it was outside. You have to,
yeah, it was
if there's
cold.
any sort of weather, you have to stand out in it while you
Yeah.
scroll through pages and pages of the movie.
And it was so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
I never paid attention to
We got it as a treat. That's the only reason I
Yeah,
knew that
we
it was
did
expensive.
maybe once a month.
Yeah.
See, again, I was doing this in late high school and college. There was red boxes everywhere, and so I was paying for it.
Yeah. But I do remember Disney Plus came out my sophomore year of college in November.
Yeah, my sophomore year of high school. Because it was one of the
It's
only streaming services
locked
that
in
wasn't
for
banned
that.
on the Wi-Fi
I was a
because it
college
was
graduate.
brand new. So we would stream stuff during lunch and in class sometimes.
It
That's wild.
is, all the streaming stuff is relatively new, but I think we just got so used to it so fast that we're it's been
Now
here
we're so
forever.
reliant on it. Yeah. That's why the other day, I mean, I borrowed your Disney Plus login because I was like, I want to watch Zootopia.
Hmm. See, but before that, I would buy the DVD, Blu-ray, digital code
Digital
combo.
copy. And
And my
I
digital
think,
library is pretty good.
yeah, we have a great digital library. Do they not make those anymore? Or are we just not buying
No,
DVDs?
you can still buy them with the digital code.
I mean, yeah, you could still buy movies.
Well, I know, but I didn't know if they still had the Blu-ray DVD digital.
Hmm.
Oh,
They
I
do.
don't know.
Where you get a Blu-ray DVD, a regular DVD, and the digital copy to scan. Our Movies Anywhere is stacked.
You're
I
welcome.
I miss though. No, I don't know if you guys did this, but we always did this. Alec and I did it for date nights a lot. Is we would go to Walmart and go to the $5 bin
Yeah.
or the $1 bin, whatever it was, and we'd play the game of we'd both dig as far down as we could and pick out a movie, and then we'd have to we had three vetoes or something like that.
We
So we have a lot of
would
random movies from that.
we would just go there to see find the older movies that were oh, we really want this. What are you doing? That was not in the $5 bin.
Mm.
No, no, are
Um,
you kidding me? That's Prime doll. That's Prime.
it was $10 at Walmart, but all
Those
10
top
Barbie
dogs.
movies.
All 10. There's more
Isn't
than
there
10
more than
movies.
There's
10?
more than
There's
10, but it's
10
the
Barbie
10
movies.
big ones,
Would you like
the
to know which ones it
classics.
is?
What are the 10?
Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper,
Seen it?
Barbie and the Diamond Castle, Barbie Princess Charm School, my personal favorite,
Never seen it.
Barbie and the Secret Door, Barbie
Nope.
Rapunzel, Barbie
Yes.
of Swan Lake,
Yes.
Barbie and the Magic Pegasus, Barbie
No.
presents
Good one.
Thumbelina.
Magic Pegasus is good.
Wait, what's the last one you just said?
Barbie presents Thumbelina.
Thumbelina, yes.
Barbie and the Three Musketeers, and Barbie: A Fashion Fairy Tale.
I haven't seen that last one.
I'm sorry.
This is
Where?
literally Barbie Princess Charm School.
Where? Oh, okay. That is not classics, though.
Yes, it is.
N-
It's
What are
literally
we
called
missing?
10 Movie Classic Princess Collections.
Where
It's
is
the
Barbie?
classic princess collection.
Where is Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses?
That one's
Yeah,
not
that one's
good.
not on here.
Lies.
I haven't seen that one, so I can't tell you.
That one is good,
Where?
but it is not on
Wait, was Nutcracker on there?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
That one
Nutcracker
is a
wasn't on there.
classic.
I thought I said it.
These are the princess ones.
Yeah, these are the princess ones.
Christmas is a separate collection.
Okay.
Classic
Well,
Princess
Barbie and the 12
Collection.
Dancing Princesses, she was a princess.
Okay, well, there's only 10 here. There's probably more princesses because there's like the mermaid girl. She's a princess.
Yeah. Where's
Mhm.
all those?
There's
So
so
these
many
are probably
Barbie
just like
movies
the
around
most
us.
popular ones
Do you know which one's the oldest?
on here.
No. The oldest Barbie movie.
The very first Barbie movie. I don't know. What is it? Nutcracker?
Nutcracker. 2001.
Barbie
Oh,
Princess Charm
those
School is
graphics
one
have to
of
be so bad.
It's a classic.
Barbie Princess Charm School is one of my favorites, and I also really
hmm
love Thumbelina, but because I had the DVD of it growing up and like, so my TV was kind of weird. It was like the size of probably a laptop now,
It was a 12-inch screen.
and you put the DVD in on the top, except problem was mine was mounted up on the wall. So you had to like get a chair and put a stool on top of the chair to change the DVD. I was if I was doing it, I had to like stand on the stool on the chair. If a parent was doing it, they could do it like on the stool. Um, but so the DVD rarely got changed.
So
So when
you
I
would
was
just
watching
have that.
something, I was watching something for a while.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go through these just so you know. Okay, Barbie Nutcracker, Barbie Rapunzel, Barbie Swan Lake, Princess and the Pauper. What about Fairytopia? I thought she was a princess.
I
I think
think
she's
this
a
is probably like
fairy.
the most famous one.
Fairy princess.
So is Thumbelina. Thumbelina
I
is
do
like a
remember
little.
Fairytopia. That one's good.
I guess Thumbelina is not a fairy. She makes her wings.
Yeah.
She's just
I
a little
never
tiny
I
people.
never watched The Magic of Pet. I must have just missed that
The
one.
Pegasus one?
Yeah.
That's good.
So
I must have
sassy Pegasus.
It is.
I just missed that one because I watched Fairytopia and then okay, then we started getting into I was starting to get a little old for Barbie movies, but then I had a younger sister who's 5 years younger. So she watched Mermaidia
Mermaidia, that's what it was.
and the Barbie Diaries.
The Barbie Diaries were crazy.
The
Yeah.
Barbie Diaries.
And
That was
then
like more of a TV show.
I think the last Barbie movie I actually watched and remember now was The 12 Dancing Princesses, and that was from 2006. Because the rest of these,
That was two
I
years after
don't
I was
know.
born.
I'm sorry, what?
That was 2 years after I was born.
Ugh. Yeah, my sister was 4. Yeah.
And she was done with Barbie at 4?
No, I was done watching them with her.
Oh. I'm gonna
I
say
think
I
she
was done being a
watched.
good sister.
Yeah, don't
Well,
don't
then
mind me.
I became like a preteen. I went into middle school
So
after.
No, you were not a good big sister.
babysitting is the perfect excuse to still watch all the kids stuff.
True.
I don't know, maybe she didn't really like the Barbie. She was really into Dora for a while. I don't
Yeah.
really remember. I'm gonna
I
have
was
to
in
text her
the
now and ask her how many. Because we've gone through, as we've grown up, sometimes she comes to visit and we'll sit down and watch a Barbie movie for nostalgia purposes.
hmm
Um, and there are a lot that she doesn't remember either. So maybe I influenced her away from watching some of them.
That's so sad.
Sorry.
Jillian always watched what I wanted to watch.
That's because Jillian is gullible instead of being an older
Gullible.
Not gullible
Nice.
big sister.
people.
See,
We
I was the one
also
in charge.
we also watched a lot of Polly Pocket movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember Polly Pocket.
You know,
And
Polly
the
Pockets
old
aren't
school
like
Polly
you
Pocket was
can't
so
buy
good.
Polly Pockets.
No, they stink now.
That's a
Because it's a
You
bummer.
can't buy
choking
them.
hazard. My Polly Pocket collection was vast.
Yeah, and we gave it all away to like our
I know.
friends with little daughters. So now we have none of it to give our kids.
Biggest regret ever.
Yeah.
Do you
And
guys have
all of our
Bratz?
Barbie stuff too.
We had Bratz, we had Barbies, we had Polly Pockets, and then we had Ello, which is like a building thing, and we would build things for our Polly Pockets out of the Ello stuff.
We also had the ones where you could change their hair. The ones with
Hmm.
like the hole in the back of their head and you could change their
Yeah,
hair.
I don't remember
Those were
what
kind
those
of
were called.
creepy.
They were
We
a different kind of
also
doll.
had Littlest Pet Shop.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We had it all.
We were spoiled.
Apparently.
We got
Yeah.
most of it as like gifts though for
These
birthdays and
weren't from
stuff.
our parents. These were like gifts from other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. It was always like birthday gifts and stuff.
I don't remember. I remember I
We
had
also had
Bratz dolls
American
and
Girl
Barbies.
dolls. We had all the dolls.
I never had an American Girl doll.
I had
Did you
three.
want one?
I didn't know what they were.
Really?
Uh-uh. My sister got one, but I never, by the time she got one, I was too old.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I never really had heard of American Girl dolls until Shayna started getting into them.
Hmm.
Interesting. Billy modeled for American Girl doll.
I remembered that.
Billy, who did
Fun
you
fact
have?
about me.
Did you just have the Just Like Me doll or?
No, I also had Nikki, the girl of the year from 2007, who looked literally just like me. It was so funny because my Just Like Me doll was blonde hair with blue eyes with straight hair because I was like, I wish I had straight hair.
Nothing like you at all.
And then the doll of the year for 2007 was named Nikki, and she was like a horse girl who lived on a farm. And she had brown curly hair, green eyes, and freckles. And I said, that one's me.
That's fun.
I have Samantha, Kit, Felicity, and a Bitty Baby.
Yeah, Daniela got all the OG, like the classic American Girl dolls.
Yeah.
And my bitty baby, baby Rosie.
My Bitty Baby was named Tori.
Wow. I
And
had none
that's
of
on
that.
that. We should definitely move on to F1 though.
Yeah, you have been talking for an hour.
Yeah. Okay. In our last 30 minutes, let's talk about
Okay,
F1.
China. What an interesting race.
Kimmy!
Kimmy won.
I was so
That's so
excited.
huge.
I did. So my predictions were Kimmy P1, Charles P2, Lewis P3.
Danielle's been pretty good with predictions so far. She
Yeah.
just
And
messes up P2.
the results were Kimmy, George, Lewis.
Lewis
I can't say I'm
podium.
surprised.
Yeah,
I'm so
Lewis
excited
podium.
Lewis podiumed. I'm not at all surprised that Mercedes was led again with a 1-2.
Yeah.
Mostly I was like, I had Charles in P2 because I didn't want it to be
Because
a
you don't like George.
1-2. I don't not like him, but I don't,
Who doesn't want him to win?
Well,
yeah.
too bad.
He is currently leading the Drivers' Championship.
He is.
Um,
But I'm just, there were so many people who scored points because the McLarens and Max, well, the McLaren's
we had
DNS
so many retirements or
and
DNSs.
yeah, Max
Okay,
DNF.
DNS was Piastri, Norris, Bortoleto, and Albon. DNF, Stroll, Alonso, Verstappen.
Crazy.
That's nuts.
7 drivers
7
out.
cars. Yeah. They've
Yeah.
got to figure out their stuff. Like,
Yeah, and
holy
I mean,
smokes.
we heard multiple times throughout this race from like people who ended up retiring and some who didn't, just like issues with the power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't have power. Where did the power go?
Yeah. We heard multiple times Lewis complaining about where the power was.
And he is
Um,
P3, so like even like the higher performing people are
yeah.
having issues. It's not just the people
Verstappen.
DNFing.
Yeah, Max is complaining. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, it was funny though to hear Hamilton on the radio complaining about like I don't have enough power, give me enough power. And then Charles on the radio going, "This is the most fun we've had."
Yes, we did have a good fight between Ferrari with Charles and Hamilton.
A little race between the two.
It's so good. And they were like my heart was going up because they were getting so close to each other.
Yeah, I was like,
I
"Please
But
learned
they
don't
today.
do
did
more
hit each
DNFs."
other.
I learned today apparently Lewis hasn't started the season with this many points since 2021,
Oh,
which was like prime for him.
Wow.
I'm so
Impressive.
proud of him.
So
Honestly, love to
might
see it.
be
Yeah, honestly, I was not feeling good about him being on Ferrari this year, so I'm glad he's he's
yeah,
Yeah,
after
stepping
last
up.
year I was very skeptical.
me too. Now, I do want to see him win one now. Now that I
I
know that
do.
he
Just
one has a
one.
good car,
Miranda only wants to give him one.
just one. George can have the rest.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I do
George's
think
here.
like it was a perfect podium
It
with
was.
Kimmy,
Yeah.
George, and Lewis, all
I
Mercedes.
will give
Toto
it
was
that.
so proud.
I will give it that.
Toto,
And
it was
then
proud dad.
Bono being
Yeah.
up there with Kimmy
And
and Lewis.
George, okay, a lot of people were commenting on like George stepping away to give Bono a moment with his two drivers. Like,
That's so cute.
that
That
was
was
so
sweet of him.
cute. That was
Yeah.
so great that they got that picture, that they were all recognized. Like, that was really sweet.
Yeah.
It was a
I
very
did
wholesome
enjoy that and
moment.
like yeah, that was good. Even
Felt
though
like a
George
little
was up there,
family
it was good.
reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And then
So,
I think it was like somebody like we overheard Toto say that Hamilton, he's still Mercedes.
hmm
Yeah.
He's still ours.
I think Mercedes posted that. It was like a clip of they were like recording Toto and like asking him questions, and it was Mercedes
He
that
was like,
posted
he's
it.
still ours.
Yeah.
Mercedes has one of the best social media teams of all the F1s. They also post so much about Max and Kimmy that it is hysterical.
Yeah.
The video of them like seeing each other across like the river.
Yeah,
They're
on
like blowing
TMV.
kisses to each other and like
Yeah.
Yeah. Cadillac finished both drivers.
Yep.
It's
They're
gonna
doing so
it's
much
so
better than Aston
crazy.
Martin.
We haven't we still haven't had every team finish two drivers. Which is just crazy. Like
No.
it's crazy that that's gonna be an accomplishment.
Yeah.
so I have written down that Kimmy is the youngest pole position,
Yes.
but he's the
Yes.
second youngest winner.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And he's the first
And
Italian to win in 20 years.
first Italian to win in
Hmm.
20 years. And I think he's the youngest to get the triple of fastest lap, fastest or driver of the day, and P1.
That's so exciting.
I think.
Lewis
Don't quote me on
did
that.
get fastest pit stop, so go Ferrari for that.
Good job, Ferrari. Ferrari didn't mess up the strategy. They
No.
pitted under a safety
Yeah,
car.
Yeah, they did very
Both
well.
drivers.
they took our feedback this year.
I know. We got to give them credit when they do well with the strategy instead of, so we're
Yeah.
not just mad at them.
I
I
will
didn't
say
I didn't get a chance to watch the sprint. I don't know if either of you did.
I didn't watch the
Oh,
sprint.
That's just
I
too
should
bad
have,
of
but I
me.
didn't. I was busy.
I know who won. I have it written down.
hmm At
But
least
I did
Oscar
not
finished
get a
that
chance
one
to watch it.
and got
true.
some
Oscar
points.
has some points.
Both of them finished that one.
Yeah,
Lando
but
got
Lando at
4.
least competed in the last race. Uh, Oscar has not competed in an actual race yet.
I know.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
then they send him off to do media every time.
He looks miserable. Oh,
Seems like
yeah.
the walk of shame to go do some media that he desperately does not want to do.
But there have been so many memes about like you and me have the same amount of time in an F1 Grand Prix as Oscar Piastri this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. And my favorite joke was like the safety car has done more laps than Oscar Piastri.
Unfortunate.
Crazy.
Yeah, poor
And we have two
buddy.
races canceled.
Yeah, that's
Well,
wild. Or at least
not
postponed.
happening right now.
Yeah.
Bahrain and Saudi Arabia.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The Middle Eastern
We do
races.
have Japan. That's next.
Yeah, so we have
And then we
Japan and
have a
then
break.
there's like 4 or 5 weeks in between.
A long break.
So I don't know what they're going to do. I'm interested to see the news that's going to come out about what they're going to do.
There's a lot of people petitioning for them to just do it in sim race.
To do
Yeah, I
what?
have seen to do
To
a
do a
sim
sim
race.
race with all the drivers.
Okay.
I've also seen that it
Mario
should be a
Kart.
Mario Kart tournament and not a
Hmm.
sim race.
That'd be good.
That would be fascinating.
They could do sim race for one and Mario Kart for the other.
There we go.
Problem solved.
I think that they should take the time to test their cars, so
Yeah,
that
like
they could
now might
actually
be the
finish
time.
races.
Now might be the time to do a safety check.
Yeah. Aston
Yeah, but
Martin.
Get some
there's so many
engineers in
rules on
there.
that stuff. I don't know
Well,
exactly what the rules are on that stuff.
I'm thinking for this year, given how awful it's been, they might like this might be
They
when they
have to
make a
be
change.
they have to be given that like okay though.
Yeah.
I know, I'm saying like because they'll have this
I
break,
know what
they
you're
might be
saying.
okay.
I know what you're saying. I'm saying they have to get an okay though.
Yes.
I know.
And the drivers can't get in the car either.
Hmm.
Yeah. We're hoping maybe because of all the issues, the F and this extra long break, maybe the FIA will come out and be like, okay, this is gonna be, you have an extra week to test your cars and get them up to, you know, within compliance of regulations and whatever they do. There's so many rules that they have to follow. So I'm sure
I
that
know,
they
but
will give them rules if they're going to let that happen.
there's lots of hopes and dreams happening here. Don't get your hopes up.
If not, it's just going to be a rough start to the season.
Yeah, and just like the long break is gonna do nothing for that.
Hmm.
I'm sure they can still develop their cars, but there's going to be rules on testing. I don't know exactly the rules on testing and how often they're allowed to test or whatever,
I don't either.
but I know there's rules on it.
I just kind of feel bad for the
I don't
drivers.
know how much that affects them. Yeah, no matter what, the driver isn't getting in the car.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, that's a lot of time to go in between.
Yeah. So, but like, even if they
Basically
do
a summer
change, like,
break.
if they drastically change the car, the driver's not allowed in the car until the next race. So they're going to be adjusting that next race anyways, like the first race
But at
back.
least they would probably have a better car. That's not gonna die on them.
Or give them nerve damage.
No, but I'm
True.
saying, guys, no matter what, that first race back is going to be kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Well, it's crappy right now, so
My biggest complaint is the gap. Please back up. Is the gaps between like there's like the top five or the top four, and then there's like a major gap, and then it's the next like four, and then there's a major gap. So even if you get to the top of like the four, you can't get into the top four because of how far ahead they are.
For constructors.
No, in the race
you're just saying
when
like
they are
there's
racing.
groupings, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
on the track. The time differences,
Yeah. Kimmy was like looping. There was like four drivers that were a
which
whole lap behind him.
that's
But
not really that new. It's the gap between like okay, so it was like Mercedes and Ferrari, and then there was a big gap, and then it was Behrman and then like three other drivers,
Hmm.
and then like four more drivers below that. There's like a huge time gap between that. So even if say Lawson was in seventh and got all the way up to fifth, he would never get even to fourth to fight Leclerc because of how big that gap is.
But what's interesting is the speed that they're going is significantly slower than it was last year.
Yeah.
Like the top speed that they're reaching and everything, it's
Yeah.
like
That's
normally they're
interesting.
in the
That's
300s
I was
and
gonna say
it's in,
Lawson had the highest speed of the race and he only went like 219 miles per hour.
yeah,
Mhm.
which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm not loving about the overtake mode or whatever they're calling it. Um,
I don't think it's the overtake mode, it's the battery situation. That's the problem.
right.
Because
Because
they
they're
can
trying to
only
conserve their
recharge when they're
battery.
braking,
Yeah.
which means going slow.
Because
Yes.
they get like a boost. But if they would just use the battery for just overtake, I think maybe.
But
I
I
don't
don't
know how
think
that
they
would
can
work.
do that because it's 50-50.
It doesn't have to be 50-50. I'm saying ideally, we're changing things, right?
Okay, if we're changing the rules of the power unit.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what needs to happen. Are we not watching the same thing?
I don't know how
That's
it
what
works.
needs to happen, period. We can't be breaking this often. People going unusually slow and then like getting under investigation for it. It's because their car can't go any faster because they don't have any power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that's rough.
ridiculous.
I do think that's why maybe they haven't been giving out as many penalties for that too, is because they're just still learning how to operate with these batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am just I cannot wait for Oscar to get out there because I just know he is going to complain so much.
Yeah. I feel like his first race that he gets to start, he's probably not gonna finish.
You think?
I don't know. Lando finished.
Yeah.
They've just had, I mean, I guess like his issues have been unique, but we don't really
Yeah,
know what happened this past week.
they didn't say much. I just know they were two distinct issues. And he actually got out of the
Share that other
garage.
information.
Oscar did and got called back.
Yeah. But
Lando
like
never left the garage.
aside from the sprint, he also hasn't had like just the experience of working with the car with
Yeah,
other drivers on the grid with him.
that's fair. I think he'll finish. I don't, he will definitely not finish as high as he wants to.
Oh, for sure not. He's gonna be mad.
Hmm.
Terminal electric fault within the Mercedes supplied power unit is what was wrong with Oscar's car in China.
Mercedes
Just
tanking
saying, I feel
everybody
like this
else.
is information I've heard, but I just didn't retain. I was pretty sure it was common knowledge what was wrong with the car. I just didn't understand it. So it went in one ear out the other.
All the technical knowledge is, I don't always understand it. I'm like, cool car.
Yeah, I'm a girl. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl. I do like it when they have the little graphics of the batteries on the screen so you can
Yeah.
see where their batteries are
They
at.
have to at this point if it's so much of the
Yeah, they
so
used
the
to.
Formula E, like the guy in charge of Formula E came out and like made a press whatever, um, saying that Formula One is going too far or whatever.
Interesting.
And people are like, yeah, he's only saying that because if Formula One goes electronic, he's obsolete.
Well, a lot of drivers have been complaining.
I'm not saying he's wrong and that Formula One is go
Yeah.
like Formula One. I don't think is that we're going in the right direction with what we're doing right now, power unit wise. But I also think that that's funny that like they're like he's just complaining
He's
because it's gonna be
biased.
obsolete.
Yeah. I've also seen people like giving Max crap for like being upset. And they're like, he's just mad because he's not doing well this year. And I'm like, no, Max is always complaining
No.
about the car.
Yeah, that's not new.
You're like
Max
Max was
loves to
doing fine
complain about
last
Red
year
Bull.
and then he's still complaining.
It isn't Max if he isn't complaining. Yeah.
Yeah. He even when he was like, I know he didn't do fine for a while, but even when he was doing fine, he was still complaining about the car.
Hmm.
Yeah. But like right now, he's definitely a lot more upset about the regulations
Yeah.
than
Yeah, I
just the
think it's
car. He's
I
less.
like,
mean, when there's
we need to
only
change the
two
rules.
teams, when there's only two teams that are even fighting for anything,
Hmm. Yeah,
like nobody
so
else has been in the top four really.
here's an interesting thought.
I
You
mean, I know
know,
it's only been two races, but
okay, also question, and I can't remember exactly what the answer of this is, but was Mercedes engine that's like only to a specific date that
Hmm.
they can use that? So taking out these two
July 1st.
races, so taking out these two races means that they have two less races where they have this kind of advantage.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
and if they get added in or something, add in more races or something at the end or whatever.
Yeah. They're down to like 10 races or something with their super powered engine.
Yeah. Which everyone keeps commenting on, which is so funny. They're like their turbo car.
Even the gap between
Fair is fair.
Ferrari, even the gap between Ferrari and Mercedes, Ferrari has 67 points in constructors and Mercedes has 98. But then the next highest is 18 points.
Yeah.
Like nobody, like it's literally two teams fighting. And now I'm a Ferrari fan, so I'm not mad about Ferrari. I'm not
This is
even necessarily
also,
mad about Mercedes, but I'm saying like when only two teams are doing well, and even those two teams have complaints, like something needs to give, something needs to change.
yeah.
We need to fix something.
I am though really curious about what's going to happen when Mercedes has to change. Like,
Yeah.
is Ferrari going to just
Shoot up.
bolt past everybody?
Yeah.
In an ideal world.
Or is Mercedes still going to be like if they gain so much of an advantage now, will their car still be good enough for them to hang on?
I was a
Hmm.
bit worried about that, but now with the less races, I feel like it's less plausible.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
Especially with
still have
Ferrari
to do well.
consistently being in the top four. I feel like they have an opportunity that like there's still the possibility that Ferrari could be a 1-2 while Mercedes still has their like advantage right now.
Yeah.
If they can figure out how to like just keep them behind. Not even necessarily like 1-2 in the same race. I'm saying like one or two, like P1 or two. Like there's a chance for one of them to get up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, I'm going to pose another question of if we think that this is going to kind of continue of Mercedes and Ferrari doing well and being kind of in the top 4, top 5, do you think McLaren and Red Bull will fall behind drastically? Like, are we like I'm just thinking about if they're even going to be able to catch up if they
The
don't get it up to speed, get up to speed in the next
So
couple races.
McLaren is currently at 18 points, and Red Bull is at 12 points along with their sister team, also at 12 points.
but that is also Red Bull has only finished one driver
Yes.
for the two each in each Grand Prix,
Hmm.
and McLaren has finished one driver and zero drivers, and then like sprint race points, but like they haven't had two drivers finish yet,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which will make a
telling you their current
significant
points.
difference.
Yes.
Yes,
I just
just letting you know their
I'm
current
thinking
points.
about like if it maintains for the next 10 races where it's really
Only
Mercedes
one car is
and Ferrari.
finishing or whatever the case
Yeah.
is.
Or not even not finishing, but like they just can't get up
Not in the
there.
point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, because I
could be a
mean,
problem.
Ollie has been doing very good.
I
Haas has
love
been
that.
doing really well.
Some of the rookies have been doing really good. Lindblad,
Hmm.
Mhm.
I guess they're not rookies this year. Last year's rookies. They're still rookies to me. I keep
The
forgetting like
rookie,
they're not rookies anymore.
our solo rookie has been doing very well. Arvid.
Yes, he
Right.
has.
But like Behrman, who like in my mind is still a rookie, even though it's the second year.
I'm proud of Ollie.
has been doing very good. Um,
Liam Lawson, too, has been doing well.
Hmm.
yeah. Well, he wasn't in the points the first race, but he was in the points this
He
race.
finished. That's doing well.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And who I was thinking of was Gasly.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, he's been a surprise.
He's been in the top 10 both times. Um,
And I think he did well in the sprint. He got,
Gasly was in 11th in the sprint.
oh, just kidding.
Behrman was in 8th. Behrman has been doing very good. He's been in the top 10 for
Hmm.
everything.
I love
Yeah.
Ollie.
I also think though that that's
And Antonelli,
because
obviously. But
some people have been doing really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Haas has been doing really well as a constructor.
Hmm.
Like their car hasn't been crapping out and
Oh, I updated my F1 fantasy. Do you want to hear?
Oh yeah, how you doing?
Well, I did really bad last race.
Okay.
I moved down from like 42nd to 82nd place in my league.
But still pretty good. You have like 200 some people, right?
I mean, yeah, but still.
Haas is 4th in the constructors,
Yeah.
higher
Haas,
than Red Bull.
I have Haas for me. Haas is
So
putting me to me.
currently
That's a
it's
good pick.
Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, then Haas. And Haas is only 1 point behind McLaren.
That'd be wild if a mid-tier team
I'm here for it.
made it into the top four and stayed there.
I'm here for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm
It's
81st in
hard
my
for
league.
those teams to get into the top 4
Mm-hmm.
to boot
It's
one of
because
those
of,
other teams.
well, and part of the reason is the money that you get
Hmm.
with
Yeah,
those top teams makes
Oh
it
my
hard to break
gosh.
into it.
yeah.
Imagine.
It would be great for them. It would be. It is so conflicting liking Lando and hating Mercedes, McLaren.
McLaren, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, ideally, it would be like Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, Haas.
Yeah, get rid of McLaren. We want Lando
But
to
like,
like McLaren.
true.
I can tell. Okay, hold on. I want to tell you my changes. Okay, so my drivers are George, and then I had Charles,
Good.
and
Good.
Did you
then
keep him?
yes, so I had Isaac Hajar and
It didn't do bad.
somebody else. I can't remember who else I had, but I know I had Isaac and I swapped him. So now I
He finished
have,
this one though.
yeah, I know, but he still
Yeah, he
was
got
down on
8th.
the points. So I have George, I have Ollie,
Good.
I have Gasly, Leclerc,
Good.
and Lindblad.
All right, that's good.
Those are like all like top drivers. How can you
I
afford
know.
everyone?
I chose them. And then
Yeah, but
my
Because of
how
how
can you
two,
messed up the power unit is, the low tier people are cheap.
yeah. So
Yeah, but they're not low tier.
my two teams are Racing Bulls and Haas because they
Okay.
consistently are finishing. And I can't afford
And
any of the top four
you
teams.
had to pick low teams.
Yeah, because I didn't have enough money after I left, picked all my drivers.
Well, those are good drivers, so.
Yeah, those are very good
I hope
drivers.
they do me well for the next
Lindblad
round.
wasn't actually in the points last race, but he still did very well and finished.
I think now I'm still learning how F1 fantasy works, but I don't necessarily think that it ties like it only relies on who gets points and who doesn't. I think it also relies on just like where they place, they get points. Um, so obviously if you finish, that's better than not finishing. I can apply chips. I think I'll wait to apply my chips until like you can get extra points for like adding stuff. But I'm gonna do that
Put
later once I
your,
figure out the car stuff.
I was like, put your extra chips on George.
Well, okay, so there's six chips I'm looking at: Limitless, Wild Card, Autopilot, No Negative, and a 3-time boost. So I'm gonna have to
Three-time
figure out what
boost
those
on
are.
George.
Well, I have a 2 times boost on him right now.
Um,
So last time we talked about how we like got into F1 and I was thinking about it more. I did get into it from the podcast watching Charles, but I feel like I don't know other people's experience, but I feel like mine was kind of a progressional experience. I didn't just like start watching F1. So I saw him in the podcast and then like ironically we went to some like plant event where we like made potted plants with we went with like our friends and we like ate at the restaurant afterwards and F1 was on the TV. And I was like just kind of casually like watching like seeing where Charles was and stuff. And then like after that I would like look up where like the results of the races to mainly to see where Charles was. And then one time he DNF'd and I was like, what is that? Until then I learned what it was and he didn't finish. And I was like, well, why didn't he finish? What happened? So then I went and watched it.
mhm.
And that's how I started watching. And then like I just kept watching after I watched that one.
Out of the three of us, you're the only one to actually like gradually start watching, I feel like, because you
Yeah.
kind of forced Jillian to watch with you.
Yeah. Well, she would like explain some stuff to me. So she's like, just watch the race with me. So I'd watch it and then I'd have a bunch of questions as I'm watching it. And so it was just us Googling like a
Well, because
lot during the
I was
races.
still so new to it, so I didn't even know that much even when I started having her watch it. So then like we're both like she'd ask me a question, I'm like, I don't know. Some of the things I did know, but there was a lot of stuff I didn't know because I was also new.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you know my story of my first F1 race that I watched.
Hmm.
And then my eyes had never been glued to a screen watching a sporting event, like watching that
I
race.
know.
Yeah.
Me neither. I think
So,
that surprised me was
yeah.
like I like sports. I like playing sports. I'll go to games and stuff, but I genuinely didn't care about like watching it on the TV.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
even really watch it when I'm in person.
yeah, I'm not much of a sports watcher, so I was very, very surprised at how interested I was. And I think I just kept coming back because you guys would watch, and I was like, well, let me join in on your race days.
Yeah, like even baseball, our mom is huge into baseball. Went to a Cubs game. The most entertaining thing to me was the names of like they would show them on the Jumbotron like their names, and some of them had like really funky like last names or whatever. And
Yeah.
that was the most entertaining thing to me.
I love a good baseball game.
Yeah, like I'm just like not that invested in it.
I
Yeah.
Like
also
I'll like watch it, but I'm not that invested in it. Like I'm not like watching. Like I don't know.
it was also easy for me to like get into the whole F1 world as a sport because it's so small. Like
Mhm.
there's only like 20 drivers.
Yeah.
Um,
That's different now, but yeah.
I know. But like I have like fantasy football and I'm like in a league and stuff, but I don't really watch any football games because it's just so hard to get into everything.
It's too much to get into.
There's so
And
many
F1
names,
is so
so many
manageable.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always on. The problem with like football and basketball and baseball and all that is like it's a huge commitment. Like
Yeah.
there's so many nights a week and so many games in a night
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
watch. And I'm just like, ugh,
Like
that's so
ideally
long.
F1 you're watching practices, qualies, sprints, and the race.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily have to if you don't have the time for it.
No.
You
No.
can also like watch
Usually
like
the
sprint
highlights will
laps
find
and
you.
highlights and whatever
Yeah.
and be like well enough caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally like watching. I don't like watching the practices as much because practices are
They
kind of boring
mean
to me.
nothing.
Nothing really happens. I really do enjoy watching
Yeah.
qualies, and I want to do better at watching qualies this year.
Hmm.
I did watch practices for the first race, but only because I was like so desperate. Like to like it's like we waited so long that it was to the point where like I was just like so ready to be watching F1 again.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
like then it was kind of like background. Like I wasn't like watching.
Yeah.
'Cause like it's so long and like it's so like spread out.
Yeah. I only watch the highlights, and usually it's only when people crash. Sorry. Sorry to the
I
F1
do
drivers.
enjoy
You guys are doing
I do
amazing.
enjoy qualies. But even qualies to me can be a little bit of a background.
I enjoy
Yeah.
qualies because it's like time sensitive, I guess. So it makes it easier to watch.
Yeah. There's a little risk to it.
Yeah. I've never watched a sprint race, so it's my goal to
We've
watch.
watched sprint races.
We have, yeah.
I need to do better
They're
at
just
that.
shorter.
Really?
Regular race, but shorter. They're usually not as interesting.
Yeah. Hmm. Fascinating.
But F1 is definitely my sport.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
It's the only sport you'll hear me talk
It's
about.
also there we do have like the break. Like we have like two big breaks in F1. But it's like really a year-round sport.
Hmm.
So like football, like it's like very seasonal. Basketball seasonal, you know?
Yeah.
And like there's big gaps between and then there's like all these trades happening. And then like you gotta remember that like you have to switch that and like it's only for like a few months. And then the people might change again. But like this, like they're the same for a whole year.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. Like the drivers are the same for a whole year here, pretty usually.
Yeah.
They do get traded sometimes. But if it does get traded, it's like one driver on the grid gets traded. And like it's easy to like figure that one out.
It's very obvious.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll just have to see how this season plays out. But
So
we don't have
far,
another race
could
for
be
two
better.
weeks. Yeah, I know. So far, could be better. Excited to see the cars actually working. Excited to see Oscar come back and hopefully finish a race or start a race. Both.
Start a race.
One of these
I'd like to
days.
see him just go past the finish line.
Let's get with him starting a race and then we can
Yeah.
get to him finishing a race. Um, oh, and Aston Martin finish a race
I don't
in
want them
last
to finish
place,
a race
but
unless they figure out
The nerve
the
damage.
hands.
well, yes, of
That is
course.
like actually like I don't know how accurate that information is, but that is actually very like that's why Alonso didn't finish last race was because his hands. Like he was taking his hands off the steering wheel several times and like shaking them out. And like his hands started to hurt so that's why he DNF'd.
That's
It's
terrifying.
crazy.
Yeah.
And like that just makes me so nervous and so scared for the drivers. And I don't necessarily like Stroll. I do like Alonso. But like
We don't care if Stroll gets nerve
but
damage.
like this is like career ending
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Like
huge.
Yeah.
like you need your hands to be a driver.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this last time. Yeah, it's very they really need to get their stuff together.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now that we don't have a race for 2 weeks, next week we're
Hannah
gonna
Montana.
we're gonna take a left turn and we're gonna talk about Hannah Montana.
This is my childhood.
It was mine as well. Very excited to see her. So we'll talk all
My little
about Hannah Montana.
kidhood.
What?
My little kidhood.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
You could talk about well, all the things. Oh, we've been requested that you give a recap of what happened on Hannah Montana.
The whole show. So it starts
Okay, not
with
now. We'll
Next
start with that
episode.
next time. Tune back in to find out what happened on
what
Hannah
happened in
Montana.
Hannah Montana.
But until then, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.